welcome to In the Library with
Michelle.
And I'm Adrian, and we're coming at you from the very end of May 2026. Are your kids out of school?
29th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are your kids out of school?
I don't have kids in school.
Terrific.
My kid is almost 30. Okay.
So they're out of school.
She's out of school. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I do have a really cool plant I want to talk about today.
Oh, a
If
really
that's
cool
okay.
plant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing amazing in my yard. And I actually just installed one at the township garden. And it's a native shrub. So
Shrubbery.
it's shrubbery. It is the American elderberry, also known as the American elder, common elderberry, and then just elderberry. But this is native to our area, and the Latin name is Sambucus canadensis. So very cool plant, grows really fast. So you definitely want to have it in an area in your yard that it can spread out a little bit. It gets about 15 feet tall, about 10 to 15 feet wide, and it's a fast grower. That's one of the reasons why I really love this. I had a bunch of these in pots when I moved, and they stayed in pots for like 2 years because I was like, I can't get to you. Finally, I put them in the ground, and within a week, those things were growing like mad. So it's a warning, but also like if you want something to fill in an area pretty quick and give you some blocking, maybe some privacy, this is a good plant for that. But what it's known for is its elderberries. And you can make all kinds of stuff with elderberries. I tend to make elderberry syrup for the winter, but I will dry the berries, and then you can cook them down. Word of warning, do not eat this plant raw. Do not eat anything from the plant raw, including the berries, because they are toxic. They're partially poisonous, I should say. The flowers and fully ripe cooked berries are safe to eat, but anything raw, the seeds, stems, leaves, roots, they contain toxic cyanide-producing compounds. So don't eat it raw.
Don't eat it raw.
No. But apparently the birds can.
Mm.
Okay. But this is an excellent plant for any of your pollinators. And your birds will absolutely love this. Or if anything's left over, you can make your own stuff with it. And it's just such a good grower, but it does grow through suckers. So the suckers will go underground and start popping up around the original plant. If you don't want them, chop them down. And if you do want them to form a thicket, great, go for it. I almost put these in the front of my house to kind of block, because I get a lot of traffic, to kind of block. But my only problem is I knew a lot of birds would be coming in to eat them. And I didn't want them so close to the road. I know birds are pretty smart and all that, but, let's not put them in more danger. So I decided on a different plant. But another thing that's cool about this one is in the late winter, you can cut it down all the way to the ground. You can cut from the stems. What did I do? 8 to 10 inch long stem cuttings. I stuck them in soil, and guess what? I have about 50 new elderberry plants from those. So they're really, really easy to propagate if that's something you want to do. You can buy one plant, and you can get multiple plants every year from this shrub. So it's a great shrub overall, as long as you don't eat any parts of it raw. That's the one caveat there.
Now I'm going to.
Okay, don't say I didn't tell you, but it is deciduous, so it is going to lose its leaves every fall. But it's a really pretty plant too. Fast growing, pretty plant, native. As long as you put it in the right place, you need space for this. Okay. As long as you put it in the right place, but I feel like that with every plant, right place, and it will do well, and you'll be happy too. So
I refuse to be happy. You can't make me.
Okay, I can't make you happy. So it really doesn't have too many problems. Like, it can be susceptible to some powdery mildew, say if it's in a more damp spot, sometimes spider mites or aphids. I've not had that problem, but depending on where it is, it could have that problem. So really cool shrub to put in your yard. Like I said, I just put one up at the township, and I'm excited. It's already looking good. It's only been in there since Monday, and it's already been like, oh, okay, I can stretch out my roots. And that's what it wants. It just wants to stretch out those roots. So it's a really cool plant. I do love it. The berries are black or like a deep purple, which is super cool.
And you said don't eat them.
Don't eat them raw.
Mhm.
Yeah, they have to be cooked. They
Mm.
have to be cooked. So other than that, I mean, it's just a great plant to have in your yard, in my personal opinion. Not for everybody, but I will say that when I put this in my yard, and it's even near some maple trees, that maple trees have that tendency with their roots to just form this carpet of roots that make it hard for other things to grow. This thing's thriving. This thing's like, I don't care. So it's great. It's great. I've been putting in, some buffers between me and my neighbors, but it does need sun. It's not going to thrive if you have it in shade. Partial shade, it will do. Full sun is really the best place for this. It does like rich soil, but I'll be honest, I have mine in sand. And I have several in sand actually, and they're doing remarkably well. So I don't know, they're doing great for me. So great plant to put in your yard if you're looking for something for your pollinators. And it gives you more structure. So if you're looking for something that gets bigger for a space, this is your way to go, man.
Mhm.
That's my personal opinion. Actually, I should bring some here to our greenhouse that you can actually offer donations, and then if you take plants, we just ask if you can donate back. That would be great. And if you do, all that money just goes back into our plant program so we can keep doing things like this. So check out our greenhouse on the side of the library, the south side, not like he made me say last week, the north side, because he likes to confuse me. So it's on the south side. We have tons of plants out there. We have zinnias, we have cosmos, we have other native plants out there too. So come on by and get some. But I will bring some elderberries by. I will, because I think they're a cool plant. Obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't take my time to talk about them.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell you about a little faux pas
No.
I almost made? Okay. This is why it's really good to keep up on plants. All right. I bought plants years ago, and it's called Maximilian Sunflower. Okay. Really cool plant, but I was on 10 acres of land at the time, so I had lots of room for it to spread out. When I bought them, they were just considered aggressive. They're a native plant, but they're aggressive. Well, I almost sold some to somebody one day, and then I looked it up again just to make sure, and it came up now as a noxious weed.
Noxious weed?
Right. So,
Band name,
which means that
yes.
it can take over spaces. It's still native. It is still native, but it's considered like a big pest in areas where it can get out of control. So I am glad that I looked that up before. I was like, oh, cannot sell this. So it went into the compost pile. Well,
Where now it will take over the compost pile.
I hope not. I will have to keep that in check. But yeah. So that kind of stuff can happen. So always double check on your plants to make sure that they are native and in the right place. All right, that's my spew on elderberries.
Elderberries.
Yes.
And as ever, if you have a question for Michelle, please let us know in the comments down below so that we can address that question on a future episode of the podcast.
Probably a month and a half ago.
Month and a half ago puts us in middle of April.
Yeah. So before I left for Scotland, I know we had a discussion on keeping weeds out of gravel pathways and such, right? And I had researched some things, and yes, you can use chemicals, but I highly, highly, highly disregard that kind of stuff, if at all possible. And then I also found, I don't know if you remember me talking about it, horticultural vinegar.
Yes,
Okay.
I remember the vinegar. We were
So
just asking if you could eat it.
Yeah, which no, the acidity is so much higher. So I think the one I have is 45% acidity, as opposed to what you get in the grocery store, which is like 3 to 5%. So this is very acidic. I did use it. I did buy it. I used it in my driveway because I have I have stone in my driveway, and it just, the grass from next door creeps in, the weeds creep in. So I've been trying to find an economical, safe way to control these weeds. And let me tell you, horticultural vinegar for the win. For the win, man. I mean, when I'm done spraying it, though, I smell like a potato chip, like salt and vinegar potato chips. That's all I can think of.
I was wondering if your whole yard smelled
it does.
like a pickle or something.
Yeah, it does. So I've done it a couple times because I realize I miss spots.
Of course.
I generally spray it at night after the wind has died down.
That's the best time because then the mosquitoes are out to get you.
Well, they won't come near you with this vinegar smell, trust me. And I spray it, and then I hope that the next day, I look at the weather, of course. Sun is going to be a very good friend of yours. So I sprayed on, like last night, I did one more round. And I sprayed it last night. I knew it was going to be sunny today, but I did not know it was going to rain overnight last night. That surprised me. So I may have to spray it again, but I'll tell you, it's worked really, really well. This is what I will use in the future when I need to do this to my driveway. So just a follow-up to a question that we did actually have from a patron about how to keep this stuff out of your yard. But please understand, if you're using this near any kinds of plants, if it gets on your plants, it's going to kill them. It's also going to change your soil. I'm not planting anything by my driveway, but if you are, be very cautious with this.
Very cautious. I think as a general rule, spraying anything with vinegar is probably a good way to get rid of it.
Well, a lot of people use the vinegar mixed with salt in a sprayer and a little bit of Dawn dish soap.
Well, I was just thinking, in addition to plants, if you start spraying that at people, they're probably going to avoid you too.
Probably. Maybe not. Maybe that's why it's good to have around. It is very potent smelling, let me tell you. So I definitely shower right afterwards because it clears your sinuses, though. I'll tell you that. You really should wear a mask, but I sometimes forget.
As one does.
Yeah, well, so I did want to do that follow-up to that question. We actually did have from somebody, but I would caution you, if you have any kind of plants that you want to keep alive near the area, be very cautious when spraying. So that's just my 2 cents.
Michelle, what are you reading?
I'm still reading the same books from last week. I'm still reading Familiars, and I'm still reading Quicksilver. Quicksilver I'm almost done with. That's been pretty good. So I'm almost done with it. And that's a trilogy, I believe. So I'm just going to move on to the next one, which will be soon. It's just been a busy week.
Just straight down the line?
Mm-hmm.
So, I just finished reading How Bad Things Can Get by Darcy Coates. It was...
Sounds depressing.
Well... So I only really read Darcy Coates because she's wildly popular, successful, and I want to be able to discuss, like, if somebody comes in like, what's the latest Darcy Coates or whatever, right?
I've never read Darcy Coates.
Well, she does mysteries.
Okay.
But okay, so I have this problem with mysteries, right? I believe that a properly written mystery story you should be able to figure out and solve using clues in the book, right?
Okay, makes sense.
Darcy Coates' killers always come out of left field.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, oh, of course, I should have known that somebody was impersonating somebody else and wasn't so-and-so all along. Ha ha ha. No.
Oh.
I don't know. She pulls it in every single book.
But yet you still like to read it. Her writing.
She's fine. She's not the greatest mystery writer I've ever read, but
okay,
she's competent. I am currently in the middle of Sleep Tight by J.H. Markert. I think I pronounced that right. J.H. Markert. It is about a serial killer gets put to death, but then the serial killings commence again.
Oh boy.
And so one survivor who's in a mental asylum is called upon to see if they can get insight into this new.
You really like to read light, fluffy books,
I
don't
do,
you?
yeah. I'm all about the light, fluffy books. All about the light, fluffy books. That's what I do. I am. So this is uncommon for me. I don't usually have more than one book going at a time. I like to get a book all the way done and through.
Oh, okay.
But I am also halfway through Project Hail Mary.
I've heard that the movie's excellent, so if that's true, then I would imagine the book's even better.
The book is very good so far, but it's just been a little inconvenient for me to read it because like I can get through the audiobooks while I'm working out and stuff, and it's harder to read a book.
Right.
But so far, Project Hail Mary, very good. So
I have heard good things about it. I have seen it come across the desk a lot, and it's always on hold. So that's another good one. Yeah.
That's about a man who's trying to figure out how to stop aliens from inadvertently killing all life on Earth by eating sunlight.
By eating sunlight.
Yeah, it's a whole algae plankton sort of situation.
Ooh, so it's plant-based.
Yeah, there's
It's a plant-based book.
There's space algae of a sort that are soaking up all of the sunlight and propagating, and it's dimming the sun, and it's going to kill all life on Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, again, light, fluffy stuff, right? I don't know. Like there's times where I just gotta read stuff that I know makes me happy. I was talking to Gino, one of our other coworkers, and kind of like we read differently in the summer than we do in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And every summer I read the whole Harry Potter series all over again from start to finish. I read the whole thing. I listen to it. So I always listen. And just because I like the fact that it's predictable. It's predictable every time. And this year is going to be different for me, though. You know why?
You're going to read it in a foreign language.
No, I do have one in a foreign language, though. I do have Harry Potter, the first one, in Faroese.
Faroese?
Yes, from the Faroe Islands. I can't read it, but I love it. And it sits on my bookshelf, and it's a very good talking piece. But one of the things that I did when I was in Scotland is one day I went on a Harry Potter quest because I didn't realize that in Edinburgh, Scotland, that there were so many places that had inspired J.K. Rowling to write. And I should have known this because I've seen the movie about her, Magic Beyond Words. I've seen that multiple times. In my head, it didn't register that she was in Edinburgh when she first started writing Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. I went to the cafe that Harry Potter was born in. I went to Tom Riddle's grave, and I went somewhere else for Harry Potter. Oh, I went to Victoria Street, which is what they based Diagon Alley on. So I went there as well. And there's more places that you can go in Edinburgh. I just didn't have the time. And but those places were super cool. And so I think when I read Harry Potter this year, it's going to feel a little different, But again, it's my summer read because Harry Potter's birthday is July 31st. So
is it?
Yeah. Don't pretend you don't know that. Of course he knows that.
I've read the books once.
Oh.
I've seen 3 of the movies.
That's it?
The movies didn't do it for me.
Oh.
They did. I'm sure that everyone in them was fantastic and well cast and whatever, but they weren't what I pictured in my head, and it just took me out of the whole thing.
Right. No, I get it. So yeah, I do like to read. I like to read light and fluffy in the summer, unlike my co-host here. Very dreary things.
I'm spooky year-round, man.
Yeah, you're spooky all the time, probably, huh? All right. Do we want to talk about what's going on at the local libraries?
Well, if you happen to be around the Ellis Library and Reference Center on Monday afternoons, they have Monday afternoon movies. Unearth a story with some Monday afternoon movies, running June 15th through July 27th, starting at 1 p.m. The first one on June 15th will be The Land Before Time.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Registration is required. Register online.
Oh, so registration. Okay, so that's a little different than how we tend to do movies here. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. Hey, there's a super exciting new program coming up here at the Bedford Branch Library. Okay. You may know that we have a trekkers group. It's a book club that they go hiking in the area and they read nature-based books. Now, our friend Jessica, who does this program, is doing teen trekkers
Teen
for
trekkers.
the summer. So, this is a walking club for tweens and teens who love the great outdoors. So, if you're trying to get your kid away from some screen time this summer, this could just be what you need. So, this summer, join Jess for a group walk outdoors, followed by a nature based activity. Meet at the library quilt room, and then you'll go off on your walk. You'll go to the wooded area right behind the library, which is fabulous, by the way. Um, and then you're also going to be able to use the community track over at the high school. Well, actually, it's right by the high school, I should say. And then you're going to head back to the library for some indoor activities and a popsicle. Hello.
And a popsicle.
And a popsicle. So June 8th, June 22nd, June 29th, July 13th, July 27th, and August 3rd. These are all days that you're going to have trekkers for teens. This is from 10:30 a.m. because we know our teens are not going to want to be up early, right? To 12 o'clock p.m. You do need to register for this. And I'm just going to make a plug for July 13th. I'm doing something with the Monarch Way Station with the kids. So I'm excited for that. I'm super excited for that. So that's what's going on one of our events here at the library.
If you're looking for something to keep your children occupied this summer, and you happen to be around the Ellis Library and Reference Center, be sure to check out Outdoor Music and Movement Mondays. This happens before the movies, and it runs from 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. We'll enjoy summer and sunshine with dancing, outdoor activities, and a little yoga on the library's lawn. Please bring a towel or blanket for the ground. In case of bad weather or unanticipated lawn work, we may move inside to the programming room. This is intended for ages 3 to 6. We ask that you register online. Little baby yoga.
Yay. If I was available those days, I'd totally take my grandson.
You know who used to do baby yoga? Tara. Now she's not here.
I know. I still miss Tara. Hi, Tara. You better be listening to us.
She's not.
Going on at the Bedford Branch Library, it's Grand Adventures Book Club. So rekindle the joy of reading with your grandchildren, and I love, 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 love this. This is something I might bring my grandson to as long as I can get him out of daycare and he's not sleeping. As a grandparent, you'll likely cherish reading aloud to your little ones. I know I do. Keep that connection thriving with this intergenerational book club designed for elders and kids 5 to 10 years old. So when you bring your grandchildren with you, be ready to share and discuss favorite storytime rituals, discuss great books, and explore new activities together. So this is another one that you do need to register online. So super fun, yay.
The Frenchtown Dixie Branch. I cannot talk today. The Frenchtown Dixie Branch Libraries, please present Pause and Paint. This is the first Thursday of the month at 5 p.m. The next one will be coming up on the first Thursday of June, which happens to be June 4th. Join us to paint a project or a picture. This is a self-guided program. Please have an idea of what you would like to paint.
So it's not pause like feet for dogs.
Nope, it's
No,
pause like
pause.
stop
Take a
the VHS player.
And you can say that because you actually use a VHS player.
Sometimes.
Oh, summer music series is back at the Bedford Branch Library. 3rd year going.
3.
3 years.
We have to get it a cake or something.
I know. So the first one, I'm going to just talk about the first one for now. June 10th, 4 to 7:30. It's a longer day because we have an opening band. We have Riptide. That's going to start at 4 o'clock. They are a local band. Then our main performer is Jeremy McClellan. He'll start around 5:30 and he'll be around until 7:30. And then we have the food truck, the Big Jarowski. So bring a chair, bring a blanket, come hang out, listen to music, hang out on the lawn. We put out chalk for the kids and we'll sometimes pull out yard games. It's such a cool evening to spend with the patrons and all of our employees here. So, unless, of course, if you're working. Sorry if you're working.
Thanks.
I know. I can't get out there at 4:00 either, but I can get out there at 5:30. So,
All right. The last from me, the Bedford Branch Library is pleased to present Book Bedazzling for adults and teens. This is coming up on June 22nd, 2026 from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Book Bedazzling is hot on social media right now, and this is your chance to try it. Enjoy a relaxing craft night by yourself or with a friend. Bring a book from home or pick from a selection of donated books. Please register as supplies are limited.
ooh, that does sound fun. We always have such good things. All right. Last one.
Last one.
These just came hot off the presses today. Well, actually, it was probably yesterday, but today is when they came in delivery. So, Monarch Mondays with Michele is back.
What?
We're back. Yeah, it was really successful last year. It was kind of a trial program. And I've kind of fine-tuned it a bit. So Mondays from 9 to 11 a.m., we are going to be meeting out at the Monarch Way Station. You can come anytime. We are going to I do office hours in the garden because if I'm going to be out there, I might as well chat with people because they always have questions, right? So we're going to talk about different kinds of butterflies. We're going to talk about different caterpillars and the plants that help support them. We're going to discuss how they're important to our ecosystem. And when we start getting our chrysalises out there hanging, I'll be counting them. And then when kids come by, I'll be like, hey, there's 6 monarch chrysalises. Can you find them? So it's kind of like a scavenger hunt sometimes too. But it's always fun out there. And our hummingbirds are all over the plants and the feeders that we have out for them. So that is going to start June 22nd and it's going to go until August 17th every Monday. Even if there's bad weather, we can do stuff inside. I have stuff I can share that we can do inside together too.
Can we release the monarchs inside?
No, you can't. You can't because we don't have plants to support them and they need to be outside. They do not adjust well to air-conditioned buildings.
I understand, but I'm still disappointed.
You can have a fake monarch if you want. I'll dress up in my monarch costume. I can flap my wings around the library.
Is that how it's going to be?
Yeah, I could totally do that. You know that. Totally would do that too.
Well, if you happen to be listening on YouTube, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the ring bell for notifications. Leave us a comment down below if you have any questions for Michele on how you could better tend for your garden. If you happen to be listening on Spotify, please be sure to like the page and like the episode. It helps us with the algorithm. Yeah?
Excellent. I've been listening.
Fantastic.
I've been listening. Yep.
Well, we'd certainly like to thank you for joining us. And this has been In the Library with
Michele.
And I'm Adrian. Thanks for listening.